All right, we are here at the Sony booth on the floor at the expo, the last day that I'm going to be here, and we're here with El-Deane. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me.
Yep, no worries.
So we have some awesome new revolutionary cameras that you guys have been putting out, and low light ones, huge megapixels.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about the A7R II.
Okay, so the A7R MkII is one of our latest iterations. Now, as you know, the A7 series really started breaking ground, being a super compact mirrorless camera with a full frame sensor. And every generation that we come out with, we've just added and added and added to it. So as you know, you get the three different variations: the A7, which is the 24 megapixels; the A7S, which is sensitivity, 12 megapixels, amazing low light; and the A7R stands for resolution. And our original A7R was 36 megapixels. The new A7R, the Mark II, jumps up to 42 megapixels, but also adds a bunch of other amazing features. So in-body image stabilization, 4K internal video recording, so for the videographers out there.
Awesome.
ISO up to 100,000 ISO, so amazing low light performance, and that's really due to the revolutionary sensor that we put onto the camera. What we did is we put on a backside illuminated full frame sensor, and that's the first time that's ever been done in the world, is a backside illuminated sensor in the full frame format. Now essentially what that means is it takes the circuitry from the front of the sensor, moves it to the back, allowing for almost like a gapless pixel Bayer pattern, which then allows more light to actually hit the sensor, pushing that sensor closer to the front of the lens, giving more light capabilities, more sensitivity.
So you're really changing the game out there for photographers, that they can have bigger pictures and have more light in the dark. Like, I know you have a room over there that's pitch black, so you can go in and take a picture and see what it looks like.
Yeah, that reminds me of one of those ads when the people's heads explode, because I have that with every single person that walks in there. Their minds get blown. They walk in there and you can't really see your hand in front of your face, yet you look at what the camera's outputting and it sees exactly what's in the room, and not only can it see it, but it's not a noisy image. It's actually a super clean image.
Excellent,
so,
excellent.
That's kind of groundbreaking in terms of available light photography.
I love it, and I know we have a lot of Sony shooters out there that are looking to go from the lines they're in to some of these newer cameras, so this is definitely something. Who would look for this camera now? What type of shooter do you see buying this?
Yeah, the A7R MkII really becomes that professional camera that's for every professional. Before you had to choose a camera that was good for one thing. You had some cameras that were A+ in one sense and others that not. So for instance, our original A7R was a 36 megapixel, but it had no low-pass filter and had a very slow focusing system. It was an A+ when it came to resolution, but not really anything else. It was good in everything else, but not an A+.
Okay.
The A7S was a phenomenal camera in low light, but it was 12 megapixels, so it wasn't really for that person looking for large prints, or somebody looking to do landscape or fine detail in portraits and that type of thing. It was really that low light, also street photography type camera. This camera really breaks all grounds. It gets an A+ rating in resolution, 42.4 megapixels. It has no low pass filter. It gets an A+ rating in focusing. It has 399 autofocus points that cover the majority of the sensor.
399.
399.
I didn't mishear that, right? It was 399.
399.
Not like a little diamond of 9.
That covers about 80% of the sensor set. So I mean, you're talking about almost corner to corner focusing with 399 autofocus phase detection autofocus points.
Awesome.
And that doesn't just work with the Sony lenses. If you put on a third-party adapter, a Metabones or a photodiox or something similar to that has the
contacts, right?
The control contacts, and you put on other lenses, maybe a Canon or other type of lens, you actually get that focusing speed that you'd expect.
Excellent.
But with a different lens.
So you have your own line of lenses. You can get the adapter, so you don't have to reinvest in the lenses. If you are a Canon or Nikon shooter, you can just pop them right on there. And they've been doing updates. I've seen Metabones has been doing updates, so you can actually make more lenses focus.
That's exactly right.
So it's not a huge investment if you want to switch over or add this into your line of cameras.
It's a bridge, right? It allows you to utilize the lenses that you've invested in and bridge into the system. And then once you bridge into the system, you can start buying your favorite lenses over again. And because the E-mount system, the mirrorless system, has no mirror and it moves the focal, the flange distance closer to the sensor, the lenses can become a little bit more compact, a little lighter. They also become a little bit more affordable. So you can get higher end glass for about the same price as regular glass, or regular glass for a little less.
So I'm looking at the one you have in your hand, and you guys are teamed up with Zeiss.
Correct.
So you're talking about higher end glass. So how does that work? Are all the lenses Zeiss branded,
No.
or just certain ones?
Now, we actually have 3 premium lenses in our lineup. We have the Sony lenses, the standard Sony lenses. Those tend to be a little bit more affordable, but they're also very, very good. They don't seem to have some of them are very fast, but a lot of them have variable apertures.
Okay.
And then for the primes and the mid-range and wide zooms, we teamed up with Zeiss. So we have a whole range of Zeiss lenses. Everything from 16 to 35, 24 to 7, your standard, fast, constant focal range lens, to really amazing lenses. Like this is one of my favorites. This is the 35 f1.4 Zeiss.
Nice.
It's extremely sharp. It's a beautiful lens to shoot with.
Zeiss, yeah.
Yeah, the Zeiss is nice.
Yep.
It really is. And then we have our G series. And our G series tend to be more the telephoto and prime high magnification lenses. So
Okay.
the 300 f2.8, the 500 f4, and then we have the 70 to 200s and 70 to 400s. And the G series glass is high-end coating, similar to Zeiss with the T-Star coatings. Our G series has the Sony Nano AR coatings.
Okay. Cool. So lots of options out there for all different levels of photographers,
Yep.
and all of these are available now. So if you go on to up to B&H or wherever, any
Correct.
retailer, you'll be able to get all of them, right?
Yeah, so available online, Amazon, even Best Buy stocks a lot of these cameras. B&H obviously is a big retailer. Just about any one of your local photo specialty dealers would stock the Sony cameras.
And if they want to just look up specs, where can they find out more? What website?
Right, so best place to go to is sony.com.
Okay.
And also remember to check out sony.com/alpha, and that's for our Alpha Universe website, where you can get more information about our professional Sony artisans of imagery. There's tips and tutorials, some other information about the cameras and lenses and technology that you typically won't find anywhere else. So sony.com and sony.com/alpha.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time, and
so much.
have a great rest
All
of the
right.
show.
Thank you.